Well, congrats on a good heat win on to the quarters, and we'll see you there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Strider. And we are now into Heat 3 of Round 3. Ronnie Blakey with Rosie Hodge, and we have Courtney Conlogue up against Bianca Buitendag and Alessa Quizon out there in this Round 3 matchup, and it's a big one. Courtney obviously has washed off that disappointment of a world title loss and has her sights set firmly on a victory here at Honolulu Bay. And Rosie, Bianca Buitendag, we're going to be really watching her closely because she needs to win this contest to stay on tour.
She does. I mean, this is do or die for Bianca Buitendag, and it's just so important for her to come away with that win and just find herself back in the top 10, back in qualification for 2017. But Courtney Conlogue, wow, she started strong on that first exchange, looking re-energized
to maintain her place at the moment. But here's the replay of Bianca's first wave.
I love that Bianca's starting this heat off nice and strong. I mean, just making sure that you get a wave. I mean, Tyler Wright, we saw her sit forever in that last heat, but now Courtney Conlogue, this wave just looks like it lined up perfectly for her to get to work. I love the hand and the lip there in the face of the wave for that bottom turn, and she carries her speed all the way through that inside section, and it can sometimes be pretty tricky to negotiate that kahiki bowl section, and it's good to see just her rhythm on this wave at the moment. Wow.
Here we go. This was the 217 that Courtney had during the break. And as you can see, just milking this wave for all it's worth. And just a small score, but she'd be happy with that. Now, 2.17 in these conditions just pushes that requirement up a little higher for your rivals. Talk about the surfing. What sort of changes have you seen? And we'll come back to that as we see Alessa getting her first ride. It's a small one. Tries her best to throw something at the closeout, but doesn't quite stick it. Thank you, Strider. Here we go. Some movement from Alessa now without priority, just looking to keep busy on the inside. She's not going to get much of a score on that wave.
It is tough. I mean, you know, there's the inside of the cave section that just runs pretty much onto the rocks and doesn't have much power, so that just did not stand up for her.
She hasn't managed to find any kind of scoring ride out there at the moment. Here goes Bianca. This wave is crucial. She can jump. Round 4. She's going to throw everything at that last section, and as a result, she goes down.
Wow, you could see the few ribs up the face of that wave, and, you know, we talk about nervous moments or the pressure that she should be feeling, but my heart, you know, you watching these ladies compete, and it is nervous moments when there's one wave set and you've been sitting with priority for that long. You can feel that tension and that energy. Let's have another look. You see that rib pulling up the face that she has to contend with. That's where the rhythm and the timing on this wave comes into play, and there she just tries to release those fins and gets stuck, and that happens so often out here.
Let's check out the recap.
Yeah, Bianca Buitendag starting off this heat with that 3.17, able to slam a couple sections, thought she was going to get an early lead, and it was Courtney Conlogue right behind her on the second wave of the set that just opened itself up to a couple of beltings. You see Courtney using every opportunity on this wave to stamp her authority on it. 6.0 for Courtney.
She's gnarly.
She is.
She doesn't really drop the ball too often when presented with an opportunity. We saw her fall out of title contention on a scoring ride last season. I would say that Bianca's chances here of a big result are pretty strong. She's quarterfinal here in the past, also a semi back in 2014. She just really needs to bring her best surfing to the table, and she's a chance at progressing through some more heats here. But there's only a minute and a half remaining, and it looks as though Courtney might have just done enough.
An amazing goofy footer.
Well, we're back to live action now, and Bianca picking this one off with a minute to go. Needs it to really slow up, but it doesn't pan out for her. She pulls through the back of that one right there on the inside. 45 seconds remaining, and what's Courtney going to do for us here? Has some speed to burn, and just
mixing it up.
Forces a little 360 under the closeout there.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Last year this time, pretty much on the exact day, Carissa Moore was being crowned world champ, and just for Courtney, that was such a heartbreaking time for her, but it looks like she solidified a place into the quarterfinals.
So that heat coming to a close, and Courtney, the current world number 2, does the job on Bianca Buitendag and Alessa Quizon.